Hey everybody, what's going on? I'm Sam Proof from CuteAvalanche. We've been fostering for 6 years, fostered over 155 cats and kittens, and decided it's time to start a podcast. And now I can hear an echo of myself, which is not distracting at all. Super good. As long as that's not broadcasting, I'm okay with that. So yeah, this is new. There's no official format or schedule to it. We're going to figure that all out in the future. But we will be taking questions at the end. And that being said, it's time to start Just Kitten Around with Best Friends Animal Society cat expert, Samantha Bell. All
Hello.
right. Hey, Samantha. How you doing?
Hi. Thank you so much for having me, Sam.
Thanks
I'm super
for being
excited.
here. Yeah. I mean, we couldn't have asked for a better first guest, I think.
I'm honored. I'm super honored, and I'm just happy to be here. And thank you to everyone who's joining us.
Yeah. So tell us about yourself and your involvement at Best Friends. How long have you been in this world of animal rescue?
10 years. Well,
What?
9 years as staff and 10 years of volunteering. So I started out as, it's because of this little guy right here. This is Johan. In 2013, I saw on Facebook, Best Friends said, we're opening a kitten nursery and we need people to come bottle feed kittens. And I had my corporate job. I was at Disney corporate and, doing my thing. And I saw this on Facebook and I thought, give a bottle to a kitten? What? And so I went immediately and I bottle fed Johan the first time I was there, and he was really sick and he was in an incubator and he was very homely. He was not an attractive kitten. Like all the kittens in the nursery were so cute except him, and I felt so badly. I felt like nobody else is going to love him because he's so gross. So I have to go back tomorrow, and then I have to go back the next day, and I have to go back the next day, and I kept going and going and going, and pretty soon I was like, you know what, this could be my job. And so I quit the corporate life and I applied at Best Friends, and I started out as a cat caregiver, and that means I was cleaning poop all day long. I went from corporate Disney to clean poop in my 30s. And you know what? I loved every second of it. And I started out as a cat caregiver at the very bottom of the entry level into the rescue world. And then we created this position that was the cat behavior and enrichment lead. And I got that. I also worked in foster while I was doing that. And so I went cat caregiver, foster, cat behavior enrichment lead. And I ended up doing that for 7 years. And I was basically in charge of all of the behavior of all of the cats at Best Friends. And we had 500 cats at a time. And my job was just to make sure they were as happy as they could be in their circumstance of losing their home and being in a cage. And so I did all kinds of courses on cat behavior. And it was also definitely one of those trial by fire.
Yeah.
Here you are.
No, I was going to say, your first foster was a bottle baby? Like, there is nothing more trial by fire than that. That is intense.
I tend to jump in the deep end, as you can tell. So here I am being cat behavior for 500 cats at a time. Loved it. And then eventually I moved into what I am doing now. I am the official cat expert for Best Friends Animal Society because I have the background in cat care and I also have the background in cat behavior. And I worked in the nursery for a while. So I also foster. This is my life, cats and kittens and fostering homeless cats. And I've never been happier. So it's been about 10 years now, 9 years as staff. And I have the best job in the world. My current job as cat expert for Best Friends is to inspire people to adopt and foster and to help keep cats in their home once they're there by educating the public on cat behavior so they understand their cats. And it's like a dream job.
Yeah, I'm a little jealous right now.
I know. You have a fun job too. Look what you're doing.
No, but that's awesome. Tell us more about Best Friend. So Best Friend, they're national, and go ahead. You're the expert. You tell us about Best Friends.
We are a leading animal welfare. Oh, here comes
Hey.
Johan. That's the bottle baby. That's why I work in rescue. We're the Best Friends Animal Society is a leading animal welfare organization, and we're working to end the killing of homeless cats and dogs in America's shelters by 2025,
That's awesome.
which is coming up. So Best Friends has been around since 1984. We're a pioneer in the no-kill movement, and we have our sanctuary in Utah, but then we also have big satellite operations all over the country. So there is a Best Friends in Los Angeles, which is where I'm located, which is where you are also located.
Yes.
And somebody just crawled onto my lap. This is Bill Richmond. He has a first and last name.
Nice.
And so Best Friends is also, we are working collaboratively with 4,200 other shelters around the country. We call them our network partners, and we're like an umbrella, and we're helping every single rescue out there, and they're all helping each other to get us to this no-kill movement, because that's how we're going to get to not be killing animals anymore, is for all the rescues and shelters to work together and collaborate. That's the way, to spread data between us of who has extra animals, who doesn't have enough animals, transporting. It's a huge operation, but I'm so proud to be a part of it. And this is how we are going to get this country to no kill by 2025, is just all working together. And I know you foster for Kitten Rescue.
Yes.
And they are definitely one of our fabulous network partners. And they're also one of our NKLA coalition members, which are just like the LA rescues that are, we're like a band of rescues together.
Yeah, for anyone who's familiar with us, you have heard of Best Friends through us. We've talked about them several times, and last fall we actually did a mini fundraiser right around Thanksgiving for Best Friends. And we were one of the top raisers in that campaign, and we got to name some kittens. I remember we named one Firefly and one Ladybug. I think there was a third, and I don't remember.
Those are good names, Firefly and Ladybug. That's beautiful.
We also got to tour the Mission Hills location. So that was super cool, and we posted a little bit about that as well. So we're well acquainted with Best Friends, and they're a great organization, and everything they do is amazing. I actually get the emails for the meetups and stuff, and I'm like, I'm always doing a lot of other stuff, but there's one coming up that I'm like, I might jump in that, like the Zoom.
Pop by or pop in a Zoom, all those things. It's a huge organization. It's growing every year too.
Yeah, and the work that you have all done with the no kill movement, especially in LA, has been just very dramatic. Like, I don't have the numbers. I don't know if you have the numbers offhand, but since we started fostering like 6 years ago, it's gotten just amazing.
Well, so early on there were 17 million animals killed per year, and now in the nation, and now we're at about 378,000. Those aren't the LA numbers. Those are going to come out next year, but like in general, to go from 17 million to 378,000, just kind of scale that down to LA, and it's the same kind of thing. We're working hard. I'm exhausted.
It's pretty intense. Another thing that's intense is right now, especially in places like Los Angeles, we are at the peak, the heat, if you will, of kitten season. And in a place like Los Angeles, kitten season lasts for a long time compared to like some of your colder states. But this is the time of year where the majority of cats are giving birth to kittens, have kittens. In Los Angeles, some of these cats are giving birth to their second litter. What would you tell someone who, people are going to be finding cats. They're going to walk home. They're going to be in the backyard. And they're over at their office. When somebody reaches out and says, I found kittens, I don't see a mom, what should you tell them?
So kittens have the best chance of survival if they're with their mother, no matter where they are. So if you find kittens without their mama, first you look at them. And if they look bad, if they look dirty and thin then you know mama hasn't been around. But if you find kittens outside that are chubby and fluffy, mama is just out getting food and she'll be back. And those kittens, they're going to be okay. And you want to leave them there because you want to make sure mama comes back. If they're in a dangerous location, if they're on a road or in a parking lot where they could get hurt or something, it is okay to move those kittens to a safer place under a bush somewhere. Mama will find them and she does not care that humans have touched them. That's kind of a myth. Like, don't touch the kittens or mama won't come back. Not true at all. If they're in a dangerous location, move them somewhere. If they're out in the hot sun, move them into the shade and leave them there. And mama will be back if they look good. If they don't look good, then you want to take them to a vet. And you can also go to, we have a whole website of what to do. I think I found a kitten.com and it takes you through every single step. It's a brand new website that we're definitely supporting because we agree with everything in there. But when you go to it, it's interactive. And so you can say, I found a kitten, and they'll show you like, what age do you think it is? And you click it. It has mama come back, and you click it. And it just takes you through every single thing of what to do when you find the kittens. We want to keep kittens out of shelters if possible because there is not enough space for them. There are over 2 million outdoor cats in Los Angeles alone. And if we brought all those cats into the shelters, there would be no room for cats that are legit lost or are being surrendered because someone has died or something like that. We want to leave the room in the shelters for cats that are lost or surrendered. So we want to keep those kittens out. So if you see them, I know it's so difficult, but leave them outside for their mama to care for them. And then when it's time, they can all be spayed and neutered, and then they won't have any more babies. But it's really tough for people to leave them there. I get it. They're helpless. They're adorable. You want to take them in and take them to a shelter, but that's actually not helpful. Leave them there for mama to care for them and then get them spayed and neutered. Those are, and if you go to ifoundakitten.com, it'll take you through all of that because in the moment you might forget everything I just said.
Right.
So you go there.
That's awesome. I didn't know about that website. I'm definitely going to take a look at that.
It's pretty new. I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Cool.
Yeah.
Really. I'm in moderator of one of the bigger cat groups on Facebook, and it's every day there's 5 people who are like, I found cats, I'm going to take them to shelter. No, that's the worst choice. Like,
here's Maurice. Look at his beautiful tail.
Oh, he's awesome.
Isn't that good tail? He is the first foster that I adopted in 10 years because Johan was my bottle baby foster that I adopted. Nice. And his brother also. But for 10 years, I did not adopt anymore until that guy came along after I don't know how many litters of fosters. And I kept him.
Nice. I'm sure Best Friends has a similar program or something of this nature. But if you do find kittens out there and you think you can actually be a foster, Kitten Rescue has a variety of programs that will help you become a foster, so you can be a community foster and kind of just do the whole thing on your own, or you can be a Kitten Rescue official foster, and there's a whole different thing. So, reach out to them. I'm sure Best Friends has a similar program.
Yes. If bestfriends.org/foster and they'll tell you like where you can go if you want to just foster them yourself, and they'll give you the formula for them, and they'll give you the food and everything to set you up and do it. And when you do foster for organizations, some of them are able to give you the food and the litter and all the things you need, the medical care in case they get sick. So when you foster, it doesn't have to be a huge financial commitment. When I foster, it's all taken care of by Best Friends.
That's great. Yeah, we put a poll out on our YouTube and said, what's the biggest hurdle in the way of you becoming a cat foster? Was it time or allergies, landlords, things like that? And 67% came back, it was money. So
problem solved. It's free.
Yeah.
Completely free. Everything. Like the litter box, a scale to weigh them, a heating pad, every single bit of everything you need is given to you free. That's how much we appreciate and need fosters. And I'm telling you, Los Angeles right now is in a tough spot. We really need new fosters.
It's intense. Yeah.
Everyone is fostering, and there are still kittens just overflowing. And so we need new fosters. So if you've
Yeah.
never fostered before, this is a great time.
Yeah. And, and it's all ages. It doesn't have
Yes,
to be bottle babies.
right.
It can be seniors. It can be, just adult
Yes.
cats.
Any
Um,
cat that you can get out of a shelter or rescue is saving that cat and making room for them to go save another one. So you're saving two lives. And whether you take
yeah.
a bottle baby or you take a kitten that's able to eat on their own, maybe you do have to go to work. Like I'm lucky I work from home, so I can have bottle babies. But if I went to work, I would foster kittens that were able to go 8 hours, that can just eat their little food on their own. And so you can really tailor your foster experience to your lifestyle. There's no reason. And let me tell you something about allergies.
Yeah.
So people, what we're allergic to is a protein in the saliva of the cat. And so what happens is the cats groom themselves. That protein in the saliva dries, it flakes off into the air. That's what you're allergic to. But if you foster kittens that are under 4 weeks old, they don't groom themselves. So you're not allergic to them because that protein is not outside of their body. So even if you think you're allergic, so we've just gotten rid of the barrier of allergies. We've gotten rid of the barrier of cost, of time. Really, there's no reason. Oh, space. You can foster in a tub. I just fostered 2 kittens in a tub for 3 weeks.
Yeah, we've done that. Yep.
Yeah.
There's pop-up tents you can get that are just for
Yep.
cats that don't take up a whole lot of rooms, like 3x3, 4x4, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's great. I think early on we noticed that there was a major need for, fosters that did do bottle baby care, and so we kind of made that our focus so that we could help clear the shelters of those kittens because they're not prepared. They don't have the staff. They don't have the equipment. Those kittens, unfortunately, are not going to last in a shelter situation. So we're making room so that other cats can get in there so that other people can foster those cats.
That's exactly what I do. You and I are both doing the same thing. It's like I have the ability and the skill, so do you, to foster a bottle baby. Let me take those tough ones and let other people that are, just learning to foster or just starting to foster take the easy ones. Like I take the tough ones.
Cool. All right, let's go into our lightning round. These are going to be some quick questions with quick answers, and you can give a quick why you chose that answer, and then we'll move on. We'll do 5 or 6
it's hard
questions.
for me to do quick. I'm such a talker.
You gotta push yourself.
Okay, I can do it.
All right, Samantha Bell, what is your favorite cat litter?
World's Best.
Us too. Awesome. What's your favorite cat food?
Royal Canin.
Nice. For kittens specifically or just in general?
Everyone. Their adult ones that are GI special for, like they have selective protein for baby cat, for kittens. I'm just a huge fan of Royal Canin, and my cats are also a huge fan of Wellness.
Nice. Yep. Top 3 cat toys.
For sure, any kind of wand toy, but my favorite wand toy is Go Cat Catcher. It's got the word cat twice. Go Cat Catcher, and it's a sparkly one that's got kind of a wire with a mouse on the end. Even the most shut down cats are interested in that one. I love the towers with the 3 balls for kittens. Oh my gosh,
the orange one from Pet Safe.
Yeah,
that's
that one.
the
Right
one.
now I have a lavender one with a unicorn on it from Chewy that's very cute. And then I would say, let's see, wand toys, that, and anything they can kick because, they're the kind they can grab and kick because that is an instinct that they need to be able to express. So we got the wand toy that they can hunt and catch and kill and feel like the little predators that they are. And then we've got the ball toy, which is more like, visual and exciting and movement, and then a kicker toy so that they can grab something and kick it like they would do with their prey. Those are my 3.
Nice. Those are great. Also, milk caps.
Oh my gosh. Any kind of thing that isn't a toy. Right?
Yeah. In total, not currently, in total, how many cats have you fostered?
I think I'm at 61.
Okay, cool. How many cats are in your place right now?
7.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
3 of them are mine. One is a house guest who's here while his family's in Japan for
Oh.
a month.
Oh, because you do
And
cat
then
sitting.
I do cat sitting. And
Nice.
then we call it the Disneyland of cats. Cats come here for a vacation. And then 2 babies. So 7
Awesome.
right now. But last weekend I had 9
Very cool.
in a 1-bedroom.
What's the most you've ever had, do you think?
11 in a
Yeah.
1-bedroom. Yeah.
Oof. We have a house, and
Yeah.
13 was quite a bit.
Yeah. 11 in a
11 in a wow. I
Yeah.
couldn't imagine that.
It doesn't just don't last long. That's usually like
Yeah.
a friend is fostering and they're going to Disneyland for the day. Can you bottle feed them while I'm there? And I'll be like, yeah, just bring them over, that kind of thing.
Nice. All right. What is your favorite cat joke or phrase?
Hmm. I'm not prepared for this one.
I know that's a
Oh,
uh-huh.
they're my favorite like little cartoon thing is this is it a kid it's a cat's going around for Halloween and all the little cats are dressed up like vacuum cleaners and when they get to the door everybody goes, "Ooh, very scary."
That's great.
It's just like a cartoon Scott Metzger, I think.
Okay.
And the cats are dressed like vacuum cleaners because that's their spooky Halloween
Oh
costume.
my God. Oh, that's awesome. Cool. Is there anything else we wanted to talk about that we didn't hit?
Anything.
Anything?
You can ask me anything.
Cool.
So, um, I am a cat behavior expert, and this is fun. Every Tuesday, I put out an educational cat video
Oh,
on our best friends' national social media channels. And it's every single Tuesday, and it's something to help keep cats in their homes, like about scratching or about climbing the Christmas tree or about how to train them, all these different things. And so it's every Tuesday. I put out a reel and a TikTok on Best Friends, and then it goes onto our YouTube, which is Best Friends videos.
mhm.
And there is a playlist that is called Cats Rule, and it's got 50 videos from me. And if you're looking for any kind of information that, like, I am a cat behavior expert, but I don't have time to consult with each person on their problem. But like, if you have, oh, my cat's not using the litter box, I've got 5 of them in a row, parts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Watch these videos.
Yeah.
Introducing a new cat, watch these videos, all these different things. So if you go there, it's like getting free cat behavior advice, and it's online, and hopefully it'll help keep cats in their homes and out of shelters.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, if anyone's viewing right now live and has a question, feel free to put it in the chat and we will ask Samantha live. Um,
Yeah.
while we're here, tell people where they can find you and more about Best Friends.
Yes. Okay. So personally, you can find my Instagram is Johan. Johan and Desmond. I need to change it to just my own name because it's like, what? Why? So it's YOHANANDDESMOND. Johan and Desmond on Instagram, and on TikTok, it's the real Samantha Bell. And then if you wanted to go to my website, if you wanted to schedule cat sitting, I'm really behind on cat consults and everything right now, but it's samanthabell.org. And isn't it? Is it .org? Yes. .org. I was like, wait, which dot is it? SamanthaBell.org. Or you can just send me a message through there. And Best Friends is bestfriends.org. And we have all the social media things, which is Best Friends Animal Society on all the things. And
Yeah.
like I said, every Tuesday I do a fun cat video. And sometimes they're not educational, sometimes they're just cute. Like the one I did yesterday is basically like, please foster a kitten. Look at how cute they are. And so you can see a bunch of cute kittens on the videos too. It's just trying to help get us some more fosters.
Yeah. And I think Best Friends also has a lot of like local social media accounts like Best
Yes.
Friends LA and stuff like that.
Yes. So also on Instagram, we have every single one, like BFAS LA, BFAS Atlanta, BFAS Houston, all New York, all of them. We've got a bunch of the city ones.
Yeah. That's awesome. Are you planning on going to CatCon?
I am. I've never missed a CatCon. I'm not sure who the adoption partner is this year, but so far all but except one of the years Best Friends we've brought the kittens to be adopted from CatCon, and I'll be in that tent, helping kittens find homes at CatCon. I will definitely be there. I'm also part of another rescue that's called
Oh,
Mission Meow.
okay.
And what we do is we're going to have a booth there, but we
Cool.
raise money to help out small cat-centric nonprofits that need help, because all the big ones, there might be some little ones that are struggling and they just need a transport van or they need some traps, and we raise money to help other smaller cat rescues. So
That's
Mission
awesome.
Meow will also be there.
Cool. All right. Looks like we have a question from
Oh,
Insomnia Doodles. Insomnia says, "You have been so inspiring. I almost called my local rescue to ask if I can foster. I know Insomnia has fostered in the past, but my senior cranky kitty gave me the look. Any advice on fostering with you? I think this is with you having cats of your own, and then it cuts
that wouldn't like.
who don't like other cats like at all."
Yes. I think that's when the bathroom is the best option for that. Like, you can keep that bathroom door closed, and you can put a little like barrier there so that it doesn't upset your cat. And once they're in that bathroom, like I had two scabies kittens last
Mm.
month, which is mange, and they had to be in the bathroom because it would be contagious to my cat. So here's me in a one bedroom with cats that cannot absolutely interact. And I was like, ugh, how do I do this? I put them in the bathroom. They were in the tub and they stayed in there. I'm very surprised they didn't jump out. They were totally happy in the tub. I had a heating pad in there for them. I had all their food, everything like that. When it was time to take a shower, I just moved everything to the floor. I took my shower and I put it all back in, and that was when I would clean their little area. But my cats never saw them or interacted with them or were able to do. I mean, your cat might know from the smell and the sounds in there, obviously, but when that's happening, what you want to do is to make your cat's life better simultaneously. So whatever your cat likes, you're going to increase it. And like, if these are their favorite treats, if you usually only give them treats when they do something well, start giving them treats for no reason while you have this other cat. Start, if there's a want toy they like and you're like, oh, I don't do it that often, because believe me, I am a cat behavior expert, but I'm not perfect. It's like, I'm tired. I don't do the wand toy every night. Well, if your cat likes the wand toy, do the wand toy every night when you have those kittens there, because in their brain, your cat will associate the smell of the new cats with their life being amazing and improving, and it will just sort of kickstart them to being more open to those cats being there. So spoil your cat and keep the babies in the bathroom.
Excellent. Yeah, she says, excellent. I love that.
Oh,
Very good. Cool. Oh, so I have a question for us.
yes.
How do you discourage cats from going on countertops?
So personally, I don't care that they're on countertops, but a lot of people do. And this is something I love to talk about, because one thing to know is that we're constantly training our cats every interaction that we have with them.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we're doing it wrong, not knowing it. We're just doing it because most cats like attention. Most of them, 90%, I would say, really like attention, and they like when they hear their name called. So when Johan would get on my counter before, this is 10 years ago, before I was the cat expert that I am now, Johan would jump on the counter. What was the first thing I did? I'd say his name, Johan. Well, he loves that. That's a reward for him. He said,
Mm-hmm.
you just said my name. I would go over to him and I talk to him and be like, you can't be on the counter. Johan loves when I talk to him. Ding, that's another reward for Johan. I'd pick him up and put him on the ground, but I didn't want him to think I was mad at him. So when I'd pick him up very nicely and kiss him on the head and say, I love you, but you can't be here. I'd put him on the ground. I had just done 3 things that rewarded him for being on the counter. So I was encouraging him to continue doing that. So what you want to do is, when your cat is on the counter, don't say their name, don't talk to them, don't make it happy or fun. You just pick them up and silently put them on the ground. While they're on the ground, then you talk to them and you pet them and you give them a treat on the ground, and they start going, okay, being on the ground is where my life is better. And they don't need to jump up there anymore. Also, if they get food while they're up there, that is another reward. So it's all training. They jump on the counter, they hear their name called, they get a piece of food, all these different things. So you just have to make sure they're not being rewarded for when they jump up there and being rewarded. You could put a stool in your counter, or have one section of the counter that has like a beach towel on it, and that is the section that they're allowed to sit on, and only that. And when they jump on that, you praise them and you let them have some of that food, and you can never take something away that they want to do. That's called extinguishing an instinctive behavior. And if you extinguish an instinctive behavior, that causes the cat stress because they can't help their instincts, and their instincts say, I want to be up on that counter. So you want to offer them alternatives to that and then reward when they do that. So I do have a section that has a little towel on it, and that's where he can sit, and he loves it. Alexa, turn off. She's telling me to water my plants every Wednesday at noon. And also the other thing it just made me think of something else about being on the counter. Oh, think about the reason that they're up there, because it might not be just to get attention and food. Another reason that Johan jumped up there is because he is the lowest on the totem pole of all of my cats. And even though I have 3 different bowls and they're all spread apart, when that food goes down, he gets pushed out of the way and he defers to them. So when he's up there, he's able to get easier access to the food without the other cats, taking it from him. So I also solved that. I put his in the hallway after the other cats already start eating. So they're already busy, and then his goes in the hallway and he gets access to his food. So you also want to problem solve for your cat too. So it's not about deterrence or anything like that. It's about solving your cat's problem and offering them an alternative that works for you and rewarding them for that alternative.
Awesome. Cool.
I get to talk that one all day. That's such a good question.
Yeah. We have 4 house cats of our own, and
Yes.
it has become like a weird thing where everyone, I don't know, the newer cats came in, and then the adult cats were like, oh, that's a thing we can do? We're going to start doing that. And now we're going to start stealing food. And now we're going to, we've learned all these habits from the new cats. And I'm like, oh, God damn it.
I got 4 cats on the counter. Oh my God.
It's gotten out of hand by far. And then the older cats do not get along very well with the one orange tabby who just wants to play, and he's super smart, but very bored. And we're like, they're a menace.
They are. Orange tabbies, oh, they're my absolute favorite. They're nuts.
Yeah.
And I love them.
Yeah, they're great and terrible.
Yeah, they are. And they have such a reputation. Like, just the hashtag orange cat behavior is hilarious. It's hilarious on TikTok. Everybody loves orange cat behavior because they're just weird. And he's like, I'm going to be weird too.
He looks a lot like one of our fosters. His eyes are very big and buggy.
Yes, Yes, Buggy. Oh, Bill Richmond, you're so cute.
Very cool. Thank you so much for joining us. I think we're going to wrap it up.
Welcome. It was so much fun. I'm happy to come back anytime.
Actually, let me take a quick look. I think we have one last thing that escaped because my screen was not scrolling. I'll read this, whatever. Ghost Detective says, it really makes me mad when pet owners don't pay attention. They'll put the bowls together and expect all of them to eat their own food. Yeah, if you've watched on our live stream with the kittens, I will specifically stay in that room because, within seconds, one will be done and the other takes 2 minutes to eat. So, you got to know your cats for sure.
And obviously this Pet Detective, is that the name?
Ghost Detective, Pet
Detective Ace Ventura. You understand cat behavior also. So thank you. Cats are solitary hunters and they're solitary eaters. Yeah. So it's stressful for them. In the wild, they would eat a mouse and that's only enough for them. And if another cat came around, they would pick it up and run away with it because it's theirs. And so when we're putting their bowls together, it's just this feeling of like, it's uncomfortable for them. And they don't like that. So definitely having bowls, everyone has their own little station, that's what makes them the happiest. And I love that you understand it because that's pretty relatively new cat behavior information that's come out. So well done.
Yeah. I think there's been a lot of sort of new information on cats in general in the past, like 5 years, decade or so. Like the habits of our parents have been like completely like changed, like the whole indoor outdoor cat thing. Like, I don't know if anyone out there is paying attention, but we're indoor only. Like,
We are
you know,
too.
and anyone who fosters for like kitten rescue
Oh,
is required to be an indoor only if you have house cats, and especially
definitely.
with your fosters, things like that. And
Yep.
just the whole mindset of, you know, how to care for cats, I think has just taken an about face lately, and it's, you know, it's great
It
because yeah,
is. It
I
is.
I think I grew up and I had, oh God, 5 or 6 cats in that time before I moved out on my own, and they
Uh-huh.
all lived very short lives, like
Yeah.
because of these things. And
Yeah.
you know, now cats, if they're indoor, they're gonna live, you know, 18 to 25 years. You know, something
Yeah.
along those lines. If you treat them right, don't stress them out, feed them good
Yeah.
food, and
Yeah.
you know, and
Because
it's a
those
huge
coyotes are
difference.
hungry.
Oh my
Coyotes
God.
out here are,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not their fault. They're hungry, you know,
Yeah.
like it's scary to have a cat outside, at least in Southern California. I know like in England, a lot of people's cats are outside and they have a garden and the cats go in the garden and it's just a
Yeah.
different way of life and it's okay. But if you're living in Los Angeles,
Right. Yeah. No. We had a cat that slipped out, and let me tell you, 4 days later, when that cat has not come back, you have gone through every possible "this is what happened to that cat"
oh,
thing,
that's
and it
heartbreaking.
sucks. She showed up. She was very oily and dirty, and clearly had gotten trapped in like a garage or something.
Oh,
But yeah,
baby.
thankfully she showed up. But yes, don't, because you
Terrifying.
don't want that week of just like what possibly happened.
I know. I have
Coyotes,
nightmares.
owls. It's not
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Nightmares about it happening.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I hate to end the show on that note, but
Nightmares about keep your cats indoors and
keep your cats indoors.
bring the outdoors in for them.
Yes.
Give them some cat grass. Let them look out the window. You know, just definitely like keep them inside, but try to give them the outdoor experience.
Yeah.
Catios are amazing. Cat strollers are great. They can smell the fresh air. If you can afford and have the ability to have a catio, oh my gosh, those are
Yeah.
great. So there are ways to give them the experience of the outdoors, but keep them in and safe.
Yeah. My now 8-year-old just recently got a cat backpack for her birthday that she really
Yay!
wanted. So we're slowly introducing that.
Perfect.
Yeah, we'll
Slowly.
see
Yep.
how
And
that goes.
some cats will enjoy it and some cats
Yeah.
won't, and they never will, and that's okay. Like it just depends on their all cats are born with varying degrees of boldness and timidity. And
Yeah.
no matter how much you train and how much you try, those ones that are timid are not going to enjoy that adventure, but the bold ones will.
Cat's gonna do what cat's gonna do.
That's gonna cat. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you so much for joining us, Samantha. All of the links can be found for Samantha and Best Friends in the video or episode notes. So please find those and find Samantha and Best Friends and go foster some cats. We're still working on our schedule, but you can find out more about Just Kitten Around at CuteAvalanche.com. And follow us on youtube.com/CuteAvalanche, where we will be live whenever the next one is. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Thank you for having me. It was so much fun.